welcome to ELI UK and Europe edition. I'm Anne Glauser reporting from Geneva, Switzerland, and we bring you news report from the United Kingdom and Europe. Today's news roundup. UK to support consumers as energy price cap rises 54%. The European Medicines Agency is evaluating booster dose for teens aged 16 and 17. In the UK, Queen Elizabeth II to mark 70 years on the throne, reported by Janelle Ann Kasuga. And in Switzerland, artworks illuminate Geneva by night, Christine Benedicto reports. In our sports segment, AUBAMEYANG hails chance for a lifetime after signing for Barcelona. Then, Lampard admits tough task as he prepares for Everton bow. Sport reported by Kid Dimabuyu. To end our program, we have our view from our window, Hasburg, a city in the Alsace region. The government on Thursday stepped in to help the hardest hit household struggling with the rising cost of living, announcing a £9 billion package to offset soaring energy bills. It followed an announcement by that energy regulator that the price cap on how much supplier can charge consumers will jump by 54% due to soaring wholesale gas prices. The annual price cap for consumers not on a fixed deal with their supplier will rise by £693 to £1,971 in England, Wales and Scotland from April, Ofgem said. Northern Ireland has a separate regulator and has also announced sharp hikes in average household gas bills. UK inflation rose to a near 30-year high in December, and more costly household bills are further stoking fears about the cost of living squeeze, with government tax rises looming.
I pay all my own bills out what I get out of my benefits. So obviously the hike in all this energy, and it's going to make it life tough as it is for me, but it's going to make it even more tougher. I just think it's unfair, and don't know how I'm going to get around all this yet.
We're fortunate enough that I think we can manage, but I mean we're not wealthy people. We'll find the money, and that's what other people will have to do as well.
Yeah, we won't be warm though. But I can't see us ever, wanting to spend enough to be able to be warm all the time. Yeah, we just put on extra layers. Got used to it.
The government under pressure due to lockdown reaching parties but also struggling to claw back eye-watering pandemic spending is being urged to tackle the issue. Finance Minister Rishi Sunak said electricity customers will get a £200 discount on their bill in October to be repaid over 5 years, while lower and middle income households will see a £150 rebate on local taxes in April. For me to stand here and pretend we don't have to adjust to paying higher prices would be wrong and dishonest, Sunak told MPs in Parliament. But what we can do is take the sting out of a significant price shock for millions of families by making sure the increase in prices is smaller initially and spread over a longer period, added the minister, saying it amounted to £9 billion and would help 28 million households. In Europe, the medicines regulator of the European Union announced Thursday that they would soon be deciding on the application of Pfizer-BioNTech's COVID-19 booster shots for teens aged 16 and 17 years old. The next age group to be reviewed for are those aged 12 to 15 years old. When it comes to people aged 18 and older, the European Medicines Agency approved the Comirnaty booster jabs last October and decided to back Moderna's Spikevax soon after. According to Marco Cavalleri, the EMA's head of vaccine strategy, the vaccination, especially booster jabs, remained the best form of protection against serious illness from the Omicron variant. But he continued saying that it is unlikely that the two vaccines produced by French firms Valneva and Sanofi Pasteur will be approved before Easter. Marco Cavalleri also warned about new subvariants of the Omicron. However, there is only a few information about them for now to say how much they differ from Omicron itself. On Tuesday, the World Health Organization said a subvariant has been detected in 57 countries and that Omicron has counted in the past month several sublineages. Time for a break. Please come back for more in the UK and Europe edition.
Ako po si Bongbong Marcos at kilalanin niyo po ako dito sa Net25 ASPN Primetime.
Sa ating pong lipunan, hindi na mawawala ang mga samot-saring problema. Kaya tuloy lamang po ang pag-aksyon, paghahanap ng solusyon. Lalo na ngayon, may maaasahan ka ng re-responde. Sabado, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi. Ito ang Responde, Mata ng Mamamayan.
Welcome back to In UK and Europe edition. I'm Ann Glauser. Interesting stories around the UK and Europe this week. In the UK, Queen Elizabeth II celebrates her 70th year on the throne. Janelle Ann Kasuga tells us more.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II will become the first British monarch to reign for 70 years on Sunday, heralding the start of her Platinum Jubilee year, despite her retreat from public view. Let's take a look at how some Londoners are reflecting on the 95-year-old monarch's Platinum Jubilee.
I'm not much of a royalist, I have to say, because my culture and my background are, from the north, and I also have Irish heritage. So it's sometimes a bit difficult knowing, which camp I have a foot in. Both camps, I think. It means something to everybody, and I think certainly at the moment, if there's one person who embodies what the country it stands for, it's certainly Her Majesty the Queen.
Well, she's certainly been a monarch for all of my life, and so it's a tremendous achievement. She's gone through some up and down times over the years, but I think she's highly respected now, and as a leader with integrity, and that's something I think we need to see more in our leaders these days, because we don't see much of it elsewhere else.
I think it's fantastic. We're both ex-veterans, so for us, serving Queen and country and seeing her to this stage is absolutely fantastic. So we're hoping to be part of some of it. So we're going to go see the Queen's birthday parade. We will come up to London to visit, but she's to be cherished, and she's been through a very difficult time, and we completely admire her.
Yeah, we do.
The landmark date this weekend will see little fanfare, as the 95-year-old monarch traditionally spends the anniversary of the death of her father in private. The sovereign's record-breaking reign as head of state began when she was aged 25 and was watching wildlife in a remote part of Kenya with her husband, Prince Philip. She has since become the one constant in an era of rapid social and political change, a figurehead of modern Britain, and a living link to its post-war and imperial past. The Queen, who regularly tops surveys as the most popular royal, on January 23rd flew by helicopter to a sprawling Sandringham estate in eastern England. No public engagements are expected on Sunday, in keeping with previous years, but 4 days of festivities are planned for early June, including a military parade and a music concert, street parties, a mass attendance picnic, and a platinum pudding competition. Commemorative coins have been minted to mark the unprecedented milestone. At Sandringham, the Queen is staying at Wood Farm, a 5-bedroom cottage that was favoured by her late husband after he retired from public life in 2017. The 20,000-acre estate near the North Norfolk coast is dear to her heart. Not only was it a retreat for Philip until he joined her in COVID isolation at Windsor Castle in 2020, but also for her father, George VI, who died there of lung cancer aged 56. It was also a favoured residence for her grandfather, King George V, who also died there, and her great-grandmother, Queen Alexandra. After Philip's death in April last year, the Queen returned to public and official engagements, including hosting world leaders at the G7 summit in Cornwall, southwest England. But she was forced to slow down on advice from doctors after an overnight hospital stay in October sparked public concern. Since then, she has largely stayed at Windsor and made few public appearances. Only a few monarchs in history have reigned for more than 70 years. France's Louis XIV reigned for 72 years and 110 days from 1643 to 1715. Johann II, Prince of Liechtenstein, ruled for 70 years and 91 days from 1858 to 1929. Reporting from London, United Kingdom, I'm Janelle Kasuga. We live in interesting times.
Thank you for today's report, Janelle. Now let's go to Switzerland. Works of art illuminate the lakeside and city center of Geneva, Switzerland. Christine Benedicto shows us around. Let's watch.
Every winter, for a couple of weeks, the city of Geneva, Switzerland lights up at night with luminous art sculptures. Artistic creations illuminate the lakeside and the town, creating an urban museum of sculptures and works of art. Launched in 2014, Geneva Lux is a free exhibition of lights organized by the Department of Security and Sports of the city. The annual event presents works of art made of light, created and staged specifically for Geneva by artists from Switzerland and abroad. Contemporary creations take over public spaces, combining modernity and tradition, as well as technical and artistic innovation. This year, the collection not only offers the public a dozen new works to contemplate, but also an original tone. According to the artistic director of Geneva Lux, the artists focus their vision on new means of designing their projects around energy sobriety, self-sufficiency, and all things renewable. At the same time, certain works push us to take a different look at our heritage with a view to building bridges between our past and our future. With a collection of exhibits growing from year to year, the public can enjoy an evening walk while rediscovering the city and the beautiful lakeside by the light of the stunning and immersive works of art installed around the city. From Geneva, Switzerland, for Eagle News International, I'm Christine Benedicto. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, Christine, for showing us Geneva by night. Time for a break. Please come back for more ANI UK and Europe edition.
Kung gusto mong maging healthy, sila ang mga dapat mong hanapin para tulungan ka maging fit and healthy. Hey! Sino kukuha sa inyo magta-train sa kanila? Puro kay chichiri-kiri! Alin sa mga sumusunod na hayop ang hindi nakakatalon? Agad-agad. Okay, Vince, kayo na may papasa yung tanong na yan.
Kay Coach Job.
Bakit mo pinasa kay Coach Job?
Tingin ko po hindi niya masasagot.
Tingin mo hindi masasagot to, no?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, Job. Agad-agad. Coach Job, kayo na may papasa.
Babawi ako kay Coach Vince.
Babawi ako kay Coach Vince. Tama! Yeah! Mainit! ng painit ang labanan natin dito. Ito ang Tara Game! Agad! Agad! Bakit kayo naka-jacket? Bibigyan ko pa naman kayo ng jacket. Bigyan ng jacket yan! Wala kami yung jacket.
Hindi ka natatakot sa akin?
Para sa mga taong mahilig mangutang pero hindi marunong magbayad.
Dun, 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 dun! Paano ka nila pagkakatiwalaan kung nakaw ang couple necklace?
Kailangan mabalance nyo ang batsa. Tatanggalin nyo ang medyas isa-isa.
Kung gusto mong maging healthy, sila mga dapat mong hanapin para tulungan ka maging fit and healthy. Hey! Sino kukuha sa inyo magta-train sa kanila? Puro kayo chichiri-kiri! Alin sa mga sumusunod na hayop ang hindi nakakatalon? Agad-agad. Okay, Vince, kayo na may papasa yung tanong na yan.
Kay Coach Joe.
Bakit mo pinasa kay Coach Job?
Tingin ko po hindi niya masasagot.
Tingin mo hindi masasagot to, no?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, Job! Agad-agad. Coach Job, kayo na may papasa.
Babawi ako kay Coach Vince.
Babawi kay Coach Vince. Tama! Yes! Painit ang labanan natin dito. Ito ang Tara Game! Agad! Agad! Bakit kayo naka-jacket? Bibigyan ko pa naman kayo ng jacket. Bigyan ng jacket yan! Wala kami yung jacket.
Ang morning show na always nagbibigay ng ngiti at saya sa bawat kada all over the world. Tara na't ma-inspire at ma-amaze sa kwento ng mga bawat kada na nagwagi sa anumang hamon at pagsubok ng buhay. Itago na mga remote control at tumambay lang dito sa paborito niyong barkada sa umaga, ang Kada Umaga! Dahil kayo ang bida dito.
Welcome back to ENI UK and Europe edition. I'm Mendoza. More interesting stories from around the UK and Europe this week. In sports, Kit Dimabuyu gives us the latest in football. Let's listen in.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang called joining Barcelona the opportunity of his life on Thursday and backed the club to regain its place among Europe's elite. Aubameyang was officially presented at Camp Nou after his signing was confirmed on Wednesday. The 32-year-old allowed to move on a free transfer after Arsenal terminated his contract. His deal at Barcelona runs until 2025, although there is a break clause in June of 2023 and a buyout clause set at 100 million euros. It's an incredible opportunity for me. It's been a dream since I was little, and it's the opportunity of my life. Barca is one of the best clubs in the world, and I'm very happy to be here, said Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Barcelona will hope Aubameyang can help solve the team's scoring problems this season and make the difference in their fight to finish in La Liga's top 4. They were knocked out of the season's Champions League in the group stage and lie 5th in La Liga, 15 points behind leaders Real Madrid. I know that we will return to the top little by little, Aubameyang said. Aubameyang could make his debut at Camp Nou on Sunday in a crunch La Liga game against Atletico Madrid, who sit a point ahead of Barcelona in 4th. But the striker is likely to be lacking sharpness. His last appearance for Arsenal came against Everton on the 6th of December. Aubameyang scored 92 goals in 165 games for Arsenal, but fell out with the coach, Mikel Arteta, after a series of disciplinary issues. Frank Lampard admitted on Thursday he has a tough job on his hands to revive the fortunes of struggling Everton after taking over as a manager following Rafael Benitez's dismissal. Lampard was hired by Everton on Monday, inheriting a team sitting 16th in the Premier League, 4 points above the relegation zone. The former Chelsea boss, speaking at his first press conference after taking charge at Goodison Park, is well aware of the task facing him to rejuvenate an underperforming squad, but Lampard is confident he can haul Everton away from the bottom three and gradually put the troubled club on a stronger footing for the future. There's a lot of work to be done, but I'm very proud to be given this opportunity to be at the front of it, states Frank Lampard. Lampard made an immediate impact following confirmation of his appointment by influencing the deadline day signings of Dele Alli on a permanent deal from Tottenham, as well as Donny van de Beek on loan from Manchester United. He aims to bring the best out of Dele Alli after the midfielder saw his Tottenham career stall as his involvement in the England squad dwindled. Another arrival was also confirmed on Thursday, as it was announced that Ashley Cole, Lampard's former teammate with Chelsea in England, would be joining the backroom staff as a first-team coach. Lampard will take charge of Everton for the first time in Saturday's FA Cup fourth-round home match against Brentford. Reporting for E&I from the UK, this is your sport. I am Keith Dimabuyu, and we live in interesting times.
Thank you for the sports update, Keith. Now, for a view from our window today, we take you to Strasbourg, France. A city with extraordinary architecture and a medieval old town and many museums, this is the city of Strasbourg, the capital of the Alsace region. In Strasbourg, according to famous French architect Le Corbusier, the eye is never bored. There you can discover, among many things, a picturesque neighborhood called La Petite France. It is known for its cobblestone streets, canals, and well-preserved half-timbered homes. This old town is surrounded by water, the River Ill, and various canals cutting through the middle of it. Today's view is courtesy of Irene Juliet Arzadon from EBC Germany. Thank you for this very nice view, Irene. That's it for today's program. Stay safe and keep positive as we bring you more stories next week from the United Kingdom and Europe. I'm Anne Gauser from Geneva, Switzerland, and we live in interesting times.